Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachaha Kodash. Alright, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopefully elect. It's the brother Isaiah with the Pittsburgh GMS camp. Coming at you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachaha Kodash. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. Alright, the title of this lesson is going to be, This is a Hard Saying. Trust in the Lord in all things. Okay? Now, what am I going into? Well, I was watching a video from Elder Apostle Gabar, which was titled, Would Yahweh Shai have dangled an automatic weapon around his neck? The Salakia, the wind is bothering the audio, Salakia, but Lord willing, you can hear me clearly. All right, so now in this lesson, he was looking for a particular scripture. I didn't get a chance to finish the video before I was inspired to do this lesson. He was looking for a scripture where Yahweh Shai rebuked Peter, and he found his point, but I feel as though he may have been looking for another scripture. Okay, so the scripture that he used was the one where Yahweh Shai chopped off the ear of the man named Malchus. And Yahweh Shai told Peter to put his sword back into its place. All right. Now, but there was another scripture too. Okay, where Peter was rebuked for thinking carnal thoughts. Okay, thinking carnality of lifting his sword against other people. All right, and this happened, which kind of proves also through the spirit that Peter was King David, because he was a mighty man, man of war, nevertheless. All right. So the scripture was when Yahweh Shai said that the Son of Man must suffer at the hand of men. All right, saying how Yahweh Shai was prophesying how he would have to be crucified, okay, and taken by the Romans and given up by the hands of his own people. And Peter was like, "Not so, Lord. Ain't nobody gonna touch you. As long as I'm here, ain't nobody touching you." And Yahweh Shai said, "Get thee hence, Satan, for thou savorest not the things that be of the Lord." And it goes and gives you a mindset. This is a hard saying. It gives you a mindset that you have to understand that it's hard to grasp, it's hard to follow through with in the flesh. Okay, because the flesh wants to defend itself. The flesh teaches you that you need to be out here on some, if a nigga do this to me, I'm gonna do that to them type of situation. And sometimes you fall for it. Sometimes you get into that, just being a man, being in the flesh. You be like, man, fuck this nigga, about to do this, that, and the third, okay? But if you think about certain situations, you have to understand that if certain things happen to you, then the Most High, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, orchestrated those things, okay? If somebody come up to you and rob you, the Lord made that nigga rob you. And that's a hard saying to receive. If somebody's trying to break into your crib, the Most High let that happen, man. And people, don't get it. It almost goes back to a Christian church mindset. How the Christian church, they say, Satan did it. Do you think that the Most High is going to let Satan just run amok on your life? Or is the Most High allowing things to happen to you for his particular purpose? See, this is where a fear of the Lord always comes into play. If you get bugged out, it's because Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai let you get bugged out. Scriptures say, the scriptures talk about this. Scriptures say, if there is a prophet have been deceived, I have deceived that prophet. The deceived and the deceiver are his. The scriptures say, if I lay a stumbling block before a prophet, and he be overcome therewith, roughly paraphrasing, the Most High lays a stumbling block in front of people, okay? Because that was his will to do so. So if something happens to you, that's the Lord's will. If we at camp and we get rolled up on by some individuals and something happens, that's the Lord's will. Okay, we're not saying that we want it to happen, but we understand, we must understand that all these things are of the Lord. When whoever gets martyred, that's because the Lord allowed them to get martyred. It ain't because of nothing else. There's nothing you can do to stop it. Okay? There's nothing you can do to stop that decision that the Lord made. It's because you got a gun at camp. Is that supposed to stop the Lord's judgment from happening? Not at all, man. God forbid. All right? Yeah, how about Hashem Yahushua forbid, man? Because you having them guns. Let's say the example is the Sakari people that was in the video had the AKs or whatever they got, M16s and whatever they got, man, them rifles. Let's say the military roll up on you and you got them M16s. Are you gonna shoot them? Is that a good look? Is that helping the truth or hurting the truth? So the scriptures say you can do nothing against the truth but for the truth. So what's going to end up happening is you're going to bring prophecy to pass. All right? But let's say an Israelite camp gets into a shootout with the police. That's going to justify their narrative. They're a hate group. They're the black KKK. Whatever they want to say about us, man. That's going to justify their actions of moving forward against the Israelites in the eyes of the average person. They're gonna be like, shit, yeah, look at these niggas with these guns out here intimidating people. Yeah, they're a menace, they're a problem. I got kids, I don't want my kids to be, you know what I mean? Whatever reasons people want to come up with. So this is just something to be mindful of, man. Just be mindful of that. That the Most High orchestrates all things. If you get into an accident, the Lord wanted that to happen. It's all. There's nothing you can do outside of the. If you think about a train is on tracks. A train is on a railroad. These pathways have been laid out for this train to follow. Now there are rails, okay? There are railings where you can switch from one track to the other, okay? And ultimately, the Most High gives us these crossroads in our minds, in our perception of, we changed from one aspect to another. We was on this path of destruction, but we repented and we ended up being on the path of righteousness. But the Most High already knew what we was going to do before we even thought about it. So to us it seems like we made that decision. We switched paths, but the Most High, we was always on the path that the Lord wanted us to be on. We just didn't know. Okay, to us now we're on the right track, which is true, but the Most High already knew we was going to end up here. He just had things play out the way he wanted it to play out. All right, and once you grasp that concept of the Most High controls all these things, you can walk with a little more confidence of, well, whatever happens, man. You're no longer afraid to talk to certain people or do certain things because it's like, you want to be wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove. The scriptures say, come not near the man to have the power to kill. There's balance. All right, there's definitely balance, but you're not gonna, you're less likely to doubt when you have to do certain hard things because you're like, the Most High got me. The Most High got me, man. And it's easier said than done, man. It really is. Because sometimes I wonder if I'm doing the right things. Sometimes, a spirit might get in your brain and tell you ain't doing the right thing, or it's really hard. But that's why the scriptures say this earthly tabernacle doth weigheth upon the mind that museth upon many things. It weigheth upon your thoughts, man. Your thoughts get corrupted by the flesh, man. The flesh, you know, it weighs upon you, man. It's heavy, and it like I said, it interferes with the thoughts that you have. But this is just intended to just be really a quick lesson, a quick, I wouldn't even say response, but just like a skillful adding to what the apostle said of, not saying I'm skillful or whatever, but just, you know, just be mindful. Okay, whenever we start to get a lack of faith or a carnal thinking of the need to defend yourself in some carnal manner, you got to remember that Yahweh Shai understood that it was his lot to do what the will of the Father was, and a part of that lot was what? To be taken. All right. But like I said, this is a hard saying. This is a hard saying, and not many will be able to receive it. So that's pretty much it. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai by Shem HaKodash. No honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopefully elect. With that, I want to say Shalom, Wahabah, Shalom.